Hey everybody, Ringleader Run here. Just thought about making a little video and having a little conversational time instead of the usual stuff that I do. So, I don't know. I decided today's a good day for a little string of thoughts a couple days after everything is said and done and set in stone. And I guess just to kind of put out a little string of thoughts. So, it's been a few days now since the end of um the Power Up Colosseum Community Challenge, and I wanted to sort of talk about that experience. Just sort of I guess put all my thoughts into some manner. So first thing to say is just like it was such an immense, incredible honor to have that experience and to just like get together with a community and do something important because I never really had that opportunity to do it before, and I saw the post one day and I was like, you know what, it might be good to look into it and see how that works. So I wanted to try. I wanted to try and see if I could do anything with my like little community and try and raise some money for something useful. And then everybody showed up. Like it makes me really happy to think like I went into this with no real expectation for anything to happen, but then everybody still came out and everybody still watched and everybody still donated. Like I went into this thinking I might get maybe $50. Not likely, but like if I could get $50, that would be really nice. And then when the event was all over and done, I took a look at the total and it was like, hey, we've made that $50. We made the goal I was thinking of. And I don't know. Like some people may look at it and think that's nothing. It doesn't matter. It no real point to it. But to me it feels like something really just special, I guess. Just the fact that I was able to do something that people seemed to like and they decided, you know what, I would like to go and support this cause. So I don't know. It feels kind of honoring to me to know that I've been able to sort of build a little community of people who are willing to sort of support the same cause as I wanted to. I I didn't know about Wings for Life before going into the event. I'm going to be so ahead and upfront about this, but I I went into the event. I had seen all the, like the promotional material and stuff that they have. I'd taken a little bit of a look to really find out what it is that they were doing, and I thought, you know what, that could be really good. I spoke with my mom. I spoke with my girlfriend about it. I was telling them both about the event and about the charity. And yeah, I didn't go in with as much of an understanding of what I was doing, but I still wanted to do something. And knowing exactly what their goal is and everything that they wanted to do, it well, okay, here's a little story. I don't have a script or anything I'm following with. I'm just speaking as I think. But I had a grandfather for the entirety of my life who I knew him while he was in a wheelchair. From some time, I think back when he was in his 20s, he had gotten into a car accident which had ended up like damaging his spinal cord, and he was wheelchair bound for the rest of his days. That was never something that had ever stopped him from living his life and doing whatever it was that he did, but I can only guess that it is something that had affected him and he didn't want to show it. He had always seemed like a really, really happy, upbeat guy for his family, and he was always there, and he was always just giving us the best memories and everything that he could. But I could only imagine what it was like for him back then and what it was like for him for the rest of his life to know that, everything changed. And seeing all the stories that everyone had told throughout the duration of the event, people who have been part of the little video saying like, hey, this is my experience as a paraplegic, a quadriplegic, it it made me feel really just sad, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because I struggle sometimes to understand the perspective of other people and everything like that. But knowing that some people have had their lives entirely changed based on an accident is what I can only imagine to be devastating. So, the fact that Wings for Life exists and that their goal in its entirety is to ensure that people are able to have a future back in like the life that they were living before. I think that is absolutely amazing. I I wholeheartedly absolutely commend them for the work that they're doing, and the fact that there are people who can and people who want to and people who are really trying. It is inspiring. It is inspiring. So, as somebody who was involved in the event, after all of it was said and done, I personally say that I definitely recommend trying to go out there and get involved, because it is an important thing. It is an important like cause. So yeah, that's what I really have to say on that. Um my history with the Colosseum group started back in 2018 when I was like a really, really big watcher of the Runaway Guys and being able to watch the yearly charity marathons. I remember back in their first year, like I was still doing all my stuff like off my PS4 in my basement. And I would lie down on my couch there and I'd watch the streams all day. I would sleep in the basement waiting for the next stream. Like being back then, having nothing really going on but this big yearly event was like, that was something I felt was special. Even just being there and able to watch was kind of like a very big, inspiring thing. And back then was when I was also originally trying to do all the YouTube things. And I didn't really have many ideas. I didn't really have much of an active drive to do everything. Like, in the capacity I'm doing things now, this is way more than I ever did. But I had seen that. I'd watched those streams and I was like, these are people I look up to. These are people that I see doing some amazing, amazing things. And if I were ever given the position to do what they do, I think that would be amazing. I feel like being able to use a long cultivated platform for the sake of helping others is a really good, kind-hearted thing to do. And I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be like Claire and Tim and Emil and Massey, Steven, Tom, everyone involved. Every person that I had seen there, every person that had gotten together to play video games and raise money for direct relief at the time, now being Wings for Life, the next event probably being something different. I wanted to follow in their footsteps. And if I were to say that I didn't now, then I would be lying. It never changed. It hasn't changed for me the way that I feel about this whole event and the whole being able to use a platform to help others in need. Like, this is special work. This is special stuff. And the fact that for Power Up Colosseum, they wanted the community to get involved, I thought that was just so cool. My first thought with that, like, was I get to do what they do. I get to make my own contributions. I get to try my best. And here we are. So, to everybody who was there for the streams and everybody who was involved in the event, at least from my portion of things, I greatly appreciate your support and I greatly appreciate the donations that everyone had made for Wings for Life, because as a group, as a unit, we are making something important. We are helping with something that can change lives for the better. And what really matters most is that they're able to do what it is they're doing. To everybody from the Colosseum team, so MC, Campy, Jiggy, and others whose names I'm not thinking of off the top of my head right now, but the people who I've seen around often enough to know, I would like to thank you guys for giving the community this opportunity and for allowing us to be part of something bigger than ourselves. Because that is what it is. That is what it is. And I think it's just simple to state it as such. To Claire, Tim, Emil, Steven, Tom, Masay, Josh, and I'm not even having the names come right to my head. This is just a string of thoughts, and it's been forever. I don't know how long, but I want to thank you all for being an inspiration on my life and being able to really give me that push and that desire to try and do more to help others, because I fully admittedly I don't think I would be exactly the same person if it wasn't for all of their influence as we go along. And I don't think they're going to see this video, and I'm completely fine if not, but I want it to be said. And lastly, to the Wings for Life team. You all are doing something absolutely amazing. You all are working towards something that seems so incredibly special, so incredibly important, and I am happy to have been able to be a part of this journey, even in the minimal way that I can. I absolutely, absolutely hope someday, not too long from today, we will be able to reach the goal. We will be able to finally find out everything that we need and be able to find a cure for spinal cord injuries, because it it is important. It's very important, and it's something that I had never thought could be done, but you all have shown me the otherwise. It's just, it's amazing what people can do as a group. It is amazing what people are able to do when we all band together for something very, very heartfelt, something very, very meaningful, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. So, yeah, that's mainly what I feel in regards to the event. And in regards to like future stuff, I think it would be so incredibly cool to be able to uh, have this opportunity again, because it doesn't stop here. And the more work that we can do together as a group, maybe the more that can be really done. That's not the most descriptive way of doing things, but though it's the thought that I had. I'm I'm not the best at being a sentimental person, but I wanted to try and say something. I wanted to be able to sort of try and put my thoughts to words, because I don't know, just it's the overwhelming feeling of gratitude from somebody with familial connection to spinal cord injuries, and somebody who has been impacted by the actions of others over my young adult life, my like teenager into young adult life. So, yeah, that's that's about all I have to say. So, thanks to everybody for watching my little thought-filled rambling, and I hope that there are more opportunities like this in the future. I think it would be good to do more for people, especially since it's people that had built the palace that I now lie in, or metaphorically speaking, I guess. So, yeah, here's to a future of nothing but good. Here's to a future of being able to solve problems and help people, because as they say, it takes a village.